This young couple has arrived at Area 51 out of curiosity after experiencing some strange events, but they are about to regret their decision to probe this matter. A man named John has fallen asleep on the couch while watching a horror movie, and his wife Karina arrives to wake him up. She teasingly mocks him for his inability to stay awake through movies. The two go through their nightly routine and then prepare to make love. After making passionate love, they fall asleep. During the night, their digital clock experiences a strange radio interference, and weird noises come out of it, which wake Karina up. She is bewildered by what would cause a digital clock to make such noises. Since she is up, she decides to get some water, but as she is doing that, she sees a strange old man standing outside, and right in front of her eyes, the old man shoots himself. John hears the gunshot and Karina's screams and rushes out of bed. He finds Karina crouching in the kitchen, horrified at what she's just witnessed, and he comforts her. Next, Detective Anthony Barker arrives on the scene to investigate, but he is turned away by two stern-looking federal agents who arrived before him. They tell him that this matter is under federal jurisdiction now and refuse to give him any more information. This whole situation seems a little peculiar to Anthony, so he decides to come back the next morning regardless. He meets with John and requests permission to ask Karina some questions, since she is the only witness. Karina is in a state of shock and too disturbed to talk. She reveals that she saw two people last night. One of them was already dead, and the other one shot himself. But before she can complete her statement, she bursts into tears and walks out. John tells Anthony that if there is any information on this case, such as names, motives, etc., he would like to know, because Karina is horrified and he wants to be able to tell her something. Anthony replies that he is not allowed to share such information, but even if he was, the fact is, he has nothing to go on at the moment. After Anthony leaves, the two federal agents arrive and sternly ask for Karina. John senses that something is wrong and he lies that she is not home, and they go away. Karina overhears all this. Meanwhile, Anthony's partner tells him about a similar case from a while ago, where a man claimed that he woke up at night and saw someone turn into a lizard. He has since become a conspiracy theorist and lives just outside of Area 51 in Nevada. Several months later, Karina and John arrive at a nerdy convention where Karina notices the table of a conspiracy theorist couple, Isabella and Desmond. They reveal that they have been investigating potential government cover-ups for a long time. They further add that they are planning to camp outside of Area 51 next week and offer Karina and John to join. Karina enthusiastically agrees, but John takes her to the side and expresses some hesitancy. He says that Karina has been obsessing over conspiracy theories ever since the night of the incident, spending most of her time researching these things on the internet. He is worried that now it is getting a little out of hand. Karina promises him that this camping trip will be her last indulgence in the world of conspiracy theories, and John agrees to go with her. Next, as Karina and John prepare to leave for their weekend in Nevada, Anthony arrives. He is still working on the case unofficially. When John informs him about where they are going for the weekend and why, Anthony curiously inquires what John thinks of all these conspiracy theories, and he replies that he doesn't believe in them. He's just doing this for his wife. After they leave, Anthony discovers a pair of small earplugs in the backyard with some blood on them. Anthony sends the blood sample to the lab, and the test results shock him because they reveal that the blood on the earplugs is his own. He has no idea what to make of this. Next, Anthony arrives home and realizes that he forgot today is his wedding anniversary. However, he is so obsessed with this case that instead of calling his wife, he calls his conspiracy theorist friend, Tom. He tells Tom that something really fishy is going on with this case. Karina told him that she saw two people the night of the incident, but by the time he got to the house, there was only one body. The two agents that he met were not from any known branch of the federal government, and they matched the description of the men in black from conspiracy theories perfectly. Now, with the discovery of his own blood on a random pair of earplugs, he is absolutely sure that something mysterious is happening here. Tom suggests that Anthony lay low because this is clearly way above his pay grade. Karina and John arrive in Nevada and meet up with Isabella, Desmond, and Desmond's cousin, Logan. They all eat at an alien-themed restaurant and discuss conspiracy theories, and John is clearly the odd one out as he doesn't believe in any of it. However, he's still there for his wife, and Isabella gets jealous, since Desmond does not give her this kind of attention anymore and spends all his time on his phone. John goes to the bathroom, and as he is about to head out, a creepy old man suddenly appears behind him and grabs him. The man is desperately trying to tell John to stay, but he's just creeped out because a random man is grabbing him in the bathroom. He frees himself from the old man's grip and runs out. When he tells the others about what just happened, they want to investigate, but John says that it was just some random weirdo and that they should get going. Next, they arrive at the campsite where John and Desmond make small talk as they set up. Desmond asks John that if he's not interested in alien theories, would he like to have a conversation about time travel and temporal paradoxes? John doesn't entertain the idea. John asks what Logan's deal is, and Desmond tells him that Logan is a college student who is currently on academic probation because he was caught doing some inappropriate and questionable things for his fraternity's hazing traditions. Meanwhile, Isabella asks Karina what made her want to come on this camping trip with them, and she reveals her entire story. Isabella is a conspiracy theorist, so she agrees that there is something fishy about what Karina has been through. The two proceed to take a selfie together, and after Karina leaves, Isabella zooms in and notices that there is a strange object flying in the background. Next, they all sit down around a fire, and Karina asks Isabella and Desmond to tell her some of the popular conspiracy theories they know about Area 51. Desmond says that the most popular theory about Area 51 is that several decades ago, an alien ship crash-landed there, and the aliens were taken to the base, which was at the time used for aircraft testing. It is said that the government struck a deal with the aliens, the terms of which were simple. The government would harbor the aliens, and the aliens would share their advanced technology with them. Some people believe that this is why human technology has suddenly developed in leaps and bounds in the last few decades, with the advent of the internet and smartphones. Karina loves this theory, but John remains skeptical of it. Anthony arrives home and finds that his apartment door is unlocked, his entire apartment is a mess, and his wife is missing. He quickly calls Tom, but Tom doesn't respond either. He receives a call from an unknown caller, and when he picks up, a mysterious voice tells him that he was warned to stay away from all this. He demands to know the whereabouts of his wife and his friend, but the voice just says that he is being watched. Anthony looks out the window and sees a man in a black coat and hat standing there. He looks away for a minute, and when he looks back, the man is gone. At the campsite, John steps outside in the middle of the night to pee, and he sees a bright light hovering over the mountains. After hovering for a minute, it quickly flies away. He doesn't know what to make of this. The next morning, they all drive toward the gate of Area 51, and on the way, John notices that a truck is following them. As they arrive at the gate, Isabella warns them all not to step over a particular line, because if they do, it will alert the soldiers sitting in a truck nearby. Logan doesn't listen and crosses the line, and John sees the truck moving. They all decide that it's best if they leave, but on their way back, the soldiers catch up to them and force them to step out of their car. After they search the cars, they sternly tell the group to leave and not come back here. At night, the group returns to the campsite, and Karina continues talking about alien theories with Desmond. Desmond says that one theory states there are 4 to 5 different alien species currently living on Earth. He mentions a species called the Tall Whites, and another one that is reptilian in appearance. John once again asserts that these are all just crazy theories, and Desmond asks why he's so adamant to not even entertain these ideas. John says that if aliens really were on this planet, somebody would have seen them and would have undeniable proof. Karina points out that people do come forward with stories and proofs, but they are labeled as crazy by people like John. Later at night, John goes out to pee again, and once again, he sees the light hovering in the distance. This time, the light flies toward them, and it is revealed to be a UFO, which crashes nearby. The sound wakes everyone up, causing them to come out of their tents, and Desmond discovers that Isabella has secretly been sleeping with Logan because she is tired of being taken for granted by him. Desmond and Logan get into a fight, and afterward, an outraged Desmond drives away, despite John trying to warn him that it's not safe out there. John and the others chase after Desmond and find his car abandoned in the middle of the road. John gets out to search the vehicle and finds a strange, luminous object lying in front of it. John turns around and glimpses possibly the worst-looking alien ever in the dark. Then, the same worst-looking alien ever attacks John, but he knocks it out with a tire iron. The group is freaked out looking at the creature, while Isabella steps out calling Desmond's name in every direction. This is proved to be a bad idea, as she is shot in the head out of nowhere. Panicking, John quickly drives away with Karina and Logan freaking out. As they arrive in the city, Karina and Logan continue freaking out over whether or not the government will come looking for them. John says that he will call Anthony for help. They arrive home and climb in from the back so that no one sees them coming. John accidentally drops the mysterious luminous object while climbing. Before they can breathe a sigh of relief, 2 soldiers arrive and tell them to put their hands up. The soldiers put black bags on their heads, and when they remove the bags, the 3 are sitting in an empty warehouse with their hands cuffed. The soldiers angrily interrogate them, and when Logan misbehaves, they shoot him. They show John the luminous object and tell him that they are looking for another one just like it. Fearing for his and Karina's life, John truthfully reveals that it's in his back pocket, but when he checks, he discovers that it fell out. The soldiers are displeased and are about to shoot Karina to get the truth out of John. But suddenly, one of them is shot and killed. It is revealed that Anthony has arrived on the scene. The other soldier points his gun at John and tells Anthony to put his weapon down. Anthony tries to reason with him, but the soldier doesn't listen, and from behind, John attacks him. Anthony seizes the moment and fights the soldier, and in the meantime, John and Karina grab the keys and undo their cuffs. John gets caught up in the fight, and during it, the soldier sets off a flash grenade which ruptures John's eardrum. Anthony's ears are saved since he timely put on the earplugs. He shoots the other soldier and kills him. As they are about to carry John out of there, Karina grabs the luminous object, and it does something to her, causing her to grab her head in pain. The object suddenly starts projecting massive amounts of energy, rendering the people around it unable to move. When it stops, John and Anthony find themselves transported outside John's house. Both of them have suddenly aged decades and turned into old men. Old John sees another alien and hurriedly kills it, but when he notices the clothes on the alien, he realizes it is Karina, metamorphosed by the mysterious luminous device. Overcome with regret and guilt, John grabs the gun and shoots himself, bringing the entire plot full circle. It is revealed that John is the old man that Karina saw shooting himself. Old Anthony drops his earplugs in the backyard, which explains why he found his own blood on them. It is further revealed that the old man who tried to stop John in the bathroom was also Old Anthony. Old Anthony continues to try to look for ways to break this temporal loop. When Desmond drives away after discovering his wife's infidelity, Old Anthony follows him. Desmond accidentally activates the luminous device, which kills Desmond, but turns Old Anthony into an alien, just like Karina. Next, Alien Anthony watches his younger self arrive at the warehouse to rescue John and Karina. As he is observing the situation, the 2 men in black from earlier arrive and shoot him. They enter the warehouse and kill the soldier, Anthony and John. Karina cries and asks why they are doing this, and they reply that they are doing it to fix everything. They shoot and kill Karina. One of them asks if it is done, and the other one replies, yes, and it only took 5 tries. Finally, Karina gets up to drink water on the night everything began, and there is no old John standing outside, revealing that the men in black finally broke the time loop. The end. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like our channel and subscribe if you enjoy content like this. Also, let us know what movie you would love us to recap for you.